Hi, my name is Melissa Thomas, and I'm an elementary ESE teacher for grades 1st through 3rd. This lesson plan you're about to see is geared for a 1st grade math lesson. During math, I work mostly in 3 small math groups that rotate around the room from one center to another. I have a classroom with 2 additional teachers' aides to help me with my centers. However, if you do not have other instructional staff to help facilitate your centers, take time to provide clear and concise directions for each center before releasing your students to their groups. I've created this video to provide more information as to how I would carry out this lesson in my classroom, but please feel free to adjust it as you see fit for your classroom needs. For math today, we're going to be working with placing numbers in their numerical order from 1 to 30 using apple cutouts. But before we go to our math centers, you and your students will watch, learn, and even sing a fun apple song as a whole group. Show the apple song video clip from schooltube.com listed in the lesson plan and also available as an attachment to this file. After watching the video clip, review how to spell the word apple and when the students are to clap the letters like on the video. Now replay the video for the class again and have them sing along. Okay, so now it's time for us to go to our math centers. I use 3 centers, a writing center, a smartboard center, and a math practice center. Feel free to call these groups whatever name you like. Now at the writing center, the students will trace different geometric shapes. At the smartboard center, they will place apples in their correct numerical order. And at the math practice center, they will fill in the missing apples using odd and even numbers. For the writing centers, distribute a copy of the worksheet Pick the Shapes, your crayons, and the geometric pattern blocks listed in the materials section of the lesson plan. The students will use the pattern blocks to fill each apple on the worksheet, trace the blocks, and color the tracings the corresponding color of the pattern block. After the student has traced the geometric shape, have the student describe and compare the pattern blocks they used to form the new geometric shape to you. A copy of the worksheet for this center called Pick the Shapes is available as an attachment to this video. And this is what that looks like. These are the pattern blocks, and the students will just place the pattern blocks over top of these apples and then trace the pattern block in the corresponding color. So this one, they would trace yellow. If they were going to use a different shape, such as this one, they would take 2 shapes to fill in the apple, and they would trace both of these and color them in red because this one is red. Okay. So next, for the Smartboard Center, you can adapt this activity to use your smartboard or another form of technology present in your classroom. However, I have kept the center in its original non-technology form for other teachers who do not have access to these resources. But I just called it the Smartboard Center because that's what I would always call that center in my classroom. To set up this center, you will need a pocket chart, such as this, along with 30 apple die cuts numbered from 1 to 30. And I just used these apples right here and wrote my numbers on the front. You want to display the pocket chart with the apple numbered 15 on the 2nd row while placing the remaining apples nearby in random order. So let me move out of the way so you can see. So here's my pocket chart. I'm going to take all the other numbers out because I just want 15. Okay, here's my number 15. Okay, you're going to model choosing numbered apples and placing them in their correct position. So I'm going to model choosing the number 14 apple and place it in the pocket chart directly in front of the number 15 apple, right there. Then explain that you are placing the apples in numerical order and that the number 14 comes directly before the number 15. Continue choosing apples that either come before or after the numbered apples displayed in the pocket chart. So next, I might do the number 16, and I would place the number 16 apple directly after the number 15 apple, and then say the number 16 comes directly after the number 15. So I know it has to come right here. Then you're going to select a few individual students to the pocket chart to select an apple, place it in its correct position, and to explain their reasoning. Continue the activity until the apples numbered from 1 to 30 are placed in their correct locations in the pocket chart. A copy of these apple die cut cards is also available as an attachment to this video. Now for the Math Practice Center, I would have a separate pocket chart and another set of 30 numbered apple die cut cards. Place all the numbered apples in the pocket chart in order from 1 to 30 and then remove all the even numbered apples from the pocket chart and mix them up. So I'm going to put a few of those apples in there to let you see what that's going to look like. I'm just going to go to the number 16 since my chart is very long, and then you want to remove the even numbered apples. So I'm going to take out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. Okay. And I'm going to mix them up. Okay. Next, model selecting an even numbered apple, the number 4, identifying the number, so I would tell the students this is the number 4, as well as identifying the odd numbers that come before and after the even number. So I would say 4 comes between odd numbers 3 and 5. So I want to place the number 4 between the numbers 3 and 5. Place the even numbered apple in the correct position of the pocket chart. Choose 2 more even numbered apples and place them in their correct positions. So I would do it again. I would pick a number, identify it as the number 6, and I would say the number 6 comes between the odd number apples, number 5, and number 7. So I'm going to place the number 6 apple here in my pocket chart between apple number 5 and apple number 7. After modeling this activity, the students will work in pairs, take turns selecting an even number and placing it in the correct position of the pocket chart. Play continues until all the even numbered apples are back in their correct location in the pocket chart. When all the number line is back in the pocket chart, complete and in correct order, then remove all the odd numbered apples and students repeat this activity. Okay, so to end the math lesson, you're going to call all the students back together as a group, and you're going to complete the assessment portion of the lesson plan. You're going to distribute the Fruit Bowl Fun worksheet, and that's that worksheet, and you're going to instruct the students to fill in the missing numbers based on their number order. Once all the blank spaces have been filled in, instruct the students to write their numbers 15 to 1, counting backwards at the bottom of the worksheet. A copy of the Fruit Bowl Fun worksheet is available as an attachment to this file. So for example, to start at the top, you have 2 blanks in between the number 2. So the number 1 would come here and the number 3 would come afterwards, because 1 and 3 are the numbers that are in numerical order by the number 2. So that's it. You're now ready to start working with numbers, apples, and a good time. Thanks for